under the cover of darkness, with night danger. It's here. The darkness. Metaphorically speaking. The moon is rising to my left. I just saw 2 bats fly overhead. The leaves are turning red. It is fall. I don't care where you live. I don't care what the weather's like where you are. Here in the Ottawa Valley, autumn has arrived. And with it comes the compulsion to run something spooky, to run something gothic, some vampires or werewolves, or a Jekyll and Hyde situation, which has been on my mind because I actually just cracked into Jekyll and Hyde for the first time, and it's not at all what I expected based on the Looney Tunes I watched growing up. But what this video is about is, what if you want to wear too many hats? It's the fall and you want to do something spooky, and then it's the winter and you want to do something kind of Viking-y and Arctic, and then the summer comes and it's knights and chivalry, or you just watched a cool sci-fi movie and now all you can think about is maybe a Traveller game. What do you do if you want to wear a lot of hats? If you want to play a lot of games? And you also want the benefit of a long-running, continuous campaign. Well, I think I've stumbled into something entirely by accident. There's this 5th Ed YouTuber, Mystic Arts, and I like his stuff a lot, actually. I think that he's been running in the same campaign world for 10 years. The same fantasy world. But he has a video where he mentions the idea of one world but different settings in the wargaming sense of the Punic Wars and the Carthaginian, against Carthage, and I think Punic was Rome versus Carthage. I'm remembering that, right? I'm not stupid. But anyways, and the Gallic Wars and Thermopylae, and these are all different settings for a campaign, which is to say a war game campaign. And they have wildly different vibes and terrains and cultures and atmospheres and considerations. But they're all in the same world, or even in basically roughly the same time period. Well, maybe Thermopylae is a little outside it, but you get my point, right? They're plausibly close. It's like the ancient, your classical era, whatever. Anyways, mostly what I'm getting at is you can have lots of different settings while still maintaining a single world, a single ongoing game. And as my Not Godstein approaches a close, our Dawn of Worlds game has probably 2, maybe 3 weeks left in it. And I contemplate the possibility of playing in this game world. We have wildly shifting tech levels and aesthetic trappings and atmospheres and political situations. I think it might be possible for me going forward to be able to wear many different hats and play lots of different genres and settings and aesthetics while always remaining in the same campaign world. And I stumbled into this by accident, and I hadn't even considered it until I was in the car listening to this Mystic Arts guy. So go check his channel out. Give him a follow. He's articulate and pleasant, and he thinks of things in a similar scope that I do. He's in favor of splitting the party as well, which I mentioned in my previous video on investigation. But yeah, this is a short one. Obviously, it's not going to be particularly interesting to look at because, I mean, other than when I occasionally relight the backwoods, it's dark. But you got to strike when the iron's hot and record when you have an opportunity and when the words are present in your mind, because so often they come to my mind and I think, oh, I should record something about that. And I even write down a couple notes, and then I go to record but the magic is lost. The muse has left me. Yeah. One world, many settings. One world, many campaigns. This might well be in the future for Night Danger, especially if I get what I want and one particular city in the next 2 weeks before the world building exercise is complete gets properly industrialized, and maybe even some electricity. But we'll see. This has been Night Danger. Just a quick little one out here. I hope that the wind is blowing and the crickets are chirping where you live. And if they're not, maybe you should move.